Well, hey everybody, it's Will Kidd, and I'm here to help you with one of the most common questions we get in terms of collecting coins, which is, how do I know if this bag of stuff I inherited is worth anything, and what do people mean by junk silver? So I'm going to decipher this for you just very quickly here to help you out. So what I have in front of me is just such a completely common story. This is a bunch of coins that a gentleman brought to me, and he said, my grandfather had a service business, and there was a Coke machine in the business, and every night in the 60s, when the U.S. switched off his silver coins, he'd go through the Coke machine and save back the silver coins. So this is an assortment of coins that you find in a situation like that. You're going to find the Washington quarter. This is a Standing Liberty quarter. There's a Roosevelt dime, a Mercury dime, a Barber dime. There's a Barber quarter. Now, these are just lingos that denote the different types of quarters they are. But all of this is 90% silver. So what is junk silver? Junk silver is going to be the U.S. dimes, quarters, and half dollars from 1964 and earlier, not including the key dates. So this is one of the really important things if you're going to try to get value for your coins, to understand the difference. So first of all, let's take, how do we know, what's the basis value? What's the least value this is worth right here? So you're going to be able to take the spot price of junk silver. You're going to take the spot price, which you can find at kitco.com. This is one of many websites that publish the spot price, which is just what is silver selling for right now. It's on an open market. Silver, gold, platinum, palladium, all that stuff is constantly traded, and the price is constantly moving. Every second, fractions of a second, the price is changing. But you can take the price, and if we looked it up today, it's going to be like $31.50, and multiply that by 0.715. Now, what's up with the fraction? So a dollar of U.S. coins, which in this case is going to be 4 quarters, the silver value in here is going to be that spot price, about $32, times 0.715, which is going to come up with about $22. So there's $22 worth of silver right now. Now, one of the lingo things, you'll see FV, face value. I'm paying 22 face, something like that. People will post on the internet. That just means for $1 of silver coins, they'll pay X amount. And you'll see that FV in there. That's how you know. Now, occasionally, in relative to this basic formula, if this is minutia, but there's a premium, and it could be plus or minus, and that's just depending on how busy the market is. If silver's going up and there's a frenzy for it, then you'll see that you'll actually can occasionally there'll be a little bit higher price than just this spot times 0.715. On the other hand, prices going down, the market's flooded, you'll see what they call a negative premium. So it's a little bit less. But basically, that's going to get you in the neighborhood of what it's worth. Now, if you'll find somebody that pays you 90% of that spot price, that's very fair in the coin world. That's assuming that all the key dates and the high-grade coins have been taken out. So what is a key date? This is going to be, it varies by the coin type. It tends to be the low mint years in varieties. So, for instance, one of the varieties that's popular in the Walking Liberty half dollar in 1917, they transitioned between putting the mint mark on the back to the front of the coin. And so there's a whole bunch of different dies used that year, and some of them are just harder to find than others. So those will be like a key date. An 1893 S Morgan silver dollar. That's like the keyest date of the Morgans because there were so few minted. High grade coins can add value too. Now, what do we mean by high grade? So take a look at this 1934 versus the 1964. This one's heavily worn. Now, it could be a key date if we flip it over and find out it's got a D mint mark, which we would find down there. No D mint mark. So that's going to qualify as junk silver. It's common. The 64 is that's a really almost uncirculated coin. So this one probably, when Grandpa was running the Coke machine, he probably put this one back in 64, 65 before I had a lot of chance to get worn. So it's a high grade. However, a whole bunch of people did this, and so that's an uncirculated coin. You can even see a little sheen on it still. So that's beautiful. But 64 is very, very common. So some people would leave that in the junk silver. Some people might pull it out for a tiny premium over that spot value. In any case, you need somebody who's smart enough to go, hey, look, there's a Barber quarter here. That's going to be worth a little bit more. There's Barber dime. This is worth a little bit more than spot. There's another Barber. Here's a Standing Liberty quarter. Almost always the dates are worn off of these or invisible. You can read the date on this one. So that one might have a little premium. We want to set that aside and check. and there's a Mercury dime. A lot of people love Mercuries just because they're pretty. It's actually Liberty on there. They call it Mercury because of the wings. In any case, you want somebody that can set those aside for you and then pay you 90% or more for the difference. Now, we're happy to help you with this. We're 7seasestatesales.com. You can check out our website. We sell coins all the time. We buy coins all the time. If you need some help with your set of grandpa's coins or any others you have, please give us a call.